In the metals market, copper is up 3 consecutive sessions, although it's coming off of 2.5-year lows, and it isn't really much of an up move at all when you look at the bigger picture. Since the down move in copper began on about July 30th, the recent down move, I should say, this 3-day rally has retraced less than 30% of that move. So it isn't much of a move. It isn't a high volume move. And again, it's coming up off of about 2.5-year lows. So it's not a very substantial recovery. China moves are part of the reason that we're getting this 3-day rally, both from a stability standpoint for the yuan and some of the global measures they're starting to take to stabilize all the markets that have been going, let's just call it volatility in the markets over the last 2 or 3 days. They stabilized the yuan against the US dollar with a lower band of just under 7 yuan to the dollar, which again was at sort of not necessarily a psychological level, but an area where the Chinese have publicly stated they wouldn't let the yuan fall below. A couple days ago, the market thought that it was going to go below that, which exacerbated the recent fall in copper. But then over the last few days, with the stabilization measure, as well as Chinese officials saying they're willing to come to the U.S. to continue the negotiations in September. They haven't changed that stance as of yet, and their export numbers strengthened a little bit. So overall, China has kind of been a factor in stabilizing the markets and overall stabilizing copper as well. And then you've got the inverse relationship between the dollar and copper. Copper is affected by the dollar with all else equal. So the dollar was higher today along with copper higher, but price has been compressing over the last few days in the dollar index. We've had tighter and tighter ranges, generally forecasts a breakout. We don't know what direction that breakout is going to be in. Hopefully $4 bulls it's up, but for copper bulls, they would hope it would be down. And over the last say month or so, from August 1st, the dollar index went 1.75% lower and has only recovered about 40 basis points of that move. So that isn't really recovering much either. But currently they're moving in tandem. That's just because of the overall factors of the market and the flows that are coming in here to the treasuries in the US. But copper, again, a little bit stronger in a weaker downtrend.